I will hopefully fix it this week, maybe Thursday or Friday. So, but I can share the screen, so that's working. We're going to add some more things to the course MVC we had yesterday. We're going to add a search or a filtering to the index page this morning, and in the afternoon we're going to make another search with the help of JavaScript. So I will share my screen right away here. Hope I have something here. Okay, where did it disappear now then? You see anything? Yeah, now it seems to be working.
Yes.
Perfect. Someone was joining the wrong meeting, so I hope Vildana was in the wrong meeting, so I hope you are in the right position now. So we had this was what we had yesterday. We were adding like a car model to the template. We were adding a vehicle context. And then after that, we created a cars controller. And this cars controller, we added with this entity framework functionality. So it also created some views for us, some car views. So we have the full CRUD of these cars in the database. And we also got a controller with a lot of functions. So we got like all the CRUD functionality in the controller. And you remember that the controller was the one that it was the central part in this MVC. So every call from the client goes through the controller. And you remember when pressing one link on the page, it was actually going for the controller. And the controller was doing the work, so returning the correct view back. So we've been working with this. I could run this again, so you refresh your memory also. Like that. So we had 2 cars created in the database. And the index page is the one that is reading and showing everything. And we had all these links. So every link is going to the controller doing a separate thing. So when pressing create new, it goes to the cars controller and to the create action, or create method if you want to name it that way. So we're going to add a search functionality to this index page. So like if you have a lot of cars, we could search for Volvos, for example. So we could start with that. I could add a few more cars so we have something more to search from. So like that. So now we have 4 cars here. So I want to add this button and a text input. So we could type in a search string and then press the button to search for the items. So we're going to make changes to the index view. And we're going to make changes to the controller. So these are the 2 things we need to change. So if you go for the index view, it's found under views, cars, and then the index. And you will see this is the top section. I see if it's still running here. You see the index text, and there's the create new link. So I'm going to add it at this position. Just a moment. I'm going to find my notes. Anyone on the microphone? Anything? So I'm going to add, like here, you see that we have this create link that was we did see on the page. So after this, I'm going to add my text input and my button here. So I'm going to create a form here. So this will have this ASP controller. This means that this will end up in the controller that I tell it to do. So I'm going to tell it's going to use the cars controller. And I'm going to say that the ASP index action to the index page. This is just for so you will see what it's doing. These things are doing. So I'm also going to add one paragraph here, and inside this I could add my things. So I could add like an input. So this is pure HTML now. So I'm going to add the input, and the type of this input would be text. I'm going to give it a name. And this is equals to search. Like that. This is the input where I could type in the text. And I'm also going to add like a button with. I'm going to use the input for this also. And tell that this is equals to submit. Submit. And I could give this the value of search. So I have two inputs. One is the text input, and the other one is the button. So this is a submit, so it will use this section of the form. And because I have this, I'm telling that this is the controller cars, and the index, the action is index. So it knows where to go when I'm pressing the button. So it will end up in the controller in the index action. I'm also going to add like a text here. Search for something describing what we're doing. Now, because I made the changes inside this view only, I could actually and hopefully just do a save here. And you see there is a fire here up in the menu. This says apply code changes. I think this is also called like hot reload. This is something that is pretty new now, and it will be even better in the latest Visual Studio and .NET. So this fire is, you could even do changes to the server code without restarting the server. So you see now we are running, so we can make changes and make them visible in the web page right away. Just doing a refresh. So you see, I haven't stopped it and I haven't restarted it. I just saved it and did this fire thing, the fire button here. So I could go back to my web page now, and I could do a refresh here. So it's just reading the page again. And hopefully I will see some search input. Yes, you see that now. So I get this information now. So I didn't have to restart the server with stopping it and starting it again. So I could make the changes right away in the views actually, or the client part. This hot reload thing is not working perfectly with the server thing. So if I do something in the controller, I most likely need to restart the server anyway. But those of you that are running the latest Visual Studio 2022 and the .NET 6, maybe you don't have to do it. So we have made the first part here. We made some changes to the view. I'm gonna go for the changes needed on the server side in the controller. So when I press search, something will happen. And what's happening when I press the search, I will end up in the course controller at the index section here. But I need to take care of what I want to search also. So I'm gonna add like input to this index section. So I'm gonna tell that I have a string search. And this string I will use in my search for the data. So I could tell like return, you said this old code is returning all the cars in the list. I could make a copy of this. You will see what it has before. And this time we could use link. So we could go for the cars. And we could use like where. And this is, it's starting complaining about things here, but hopefully I could manage to do this with the lambda expression. We could say the brand, we could say contains. So this is contains the string that we are inputting, the search string. And let's see if it's, what is it complaining about? Is it another parenthesis? Yeah, I think I need to stop the server. It starts giving some much colors here. But you see, we don't have anything red and the error list is empty, so the code seems to be okay. So what I made for change here is instead of returning all the cars, I'm checking if it's containing any data from the search, then we return those cars instead. But what's happening if this is empty? We maybe need to return all the cars if this is null or empty. So we could add like another check here also. So we could say that if string is null or empty. So null, you remember, it's like nothing. So I'm checking search is containing anything. Then we need to return all the cars. So I could actually take that one. So this, I take away that, so it's not. So this would do the work actually. So if it's empty or nothing, it will return all the cars. Otherwise, it will do this one. So you could also have like an else here. If you want to do that, it would still do the same thing. Like this. So if it's null or empty, it's returning all the cars, or if this is containing something, we try to search for that with help of this link and then return those cars instead. So we could try that to see if it's working also. And you see now that we have this search input here. So I could go for Volvo, for example, and do the search. And you will see it's only returning the Volvos. So it's going to the server. So we could have a breakpoint here. And going back here. So now if you see this is empty. It's nothing inside this box. And I press search here. We will end up in this controller with the index part. And you will see that the search is null. It's nothing. So because we have a check here now, it's checking if it's null or empty. It will do this part. So it will return all the cars. And you will see we have all the cars here now. So if I search for Opel, for example, and do the search again, we end up here, but now we see that the search string is Opel. It end up in the second part of the if statement. So it will only search for Opels in the brand. And you see we only get the Opel here. So this is one way to search or filter data. This is generating a new page all the time. And yeah, we are only searching for brand now. So we could actually extend this one to search in the brand or the model or the year. So that could be easily done also from the controller. So we already have the search string. So we just go back for this. I'm going to stop it because the hot reload is not working for me. So we could do it this. Let's see what I could do with this one. I'm going to split it up a little bit so it's easier to read. So we could do it like this. We do a search for brand, or we could do a search for model. And say that contains search string. Or we could do a check on the year also. And the year is an integer, so remember that we need to do it. It's not possible to run contains on the year, so we have to do it to a string first because it's an integer. So we could do it to a string and then check for contains. And for the search, a little bit easier to read. Maybe like that. It's not complaining about anything, but what I wanted to show you now is that we're using this where statement here, and we're checking for all the different properties. So if it's a brand or a model or a year that is containing the search string, we will return something. So we could try this also to see if it's working. And now it will end up in the controller right away because the first time it starts, it's actually coming inside here. But you see it's null or empty, so it will return all the cars for us. So now if I'm going to search, for example, for let's say a 244, which is the first Volvo, and I press search. We will end up here, which has the 244 as the search string, and this will return where it finds all the 244. So let's check it, what it's returning. And you see, it's only returning this Volvo. If I press something like 19, it will search for the, hopefully for the parts of the year here. It has 19 as search string. And you see, it's returning all the cars because all of the cars are having 19 in the year. So this is like an easy way to make a search for the data that is in the list. We're gonna do after lunch, we're gonna do this so we don't need this search button here. We only gonna use, as soon as we start typing here, it will search for the data right away. So if it's add like S for Saab, it will start searching for Saab right away and present that data. So we will do it with the help of with JavaScript. But that's after lunch. Do you have any questions on this?
One question, Mats. Will you show us how to work with more classes, like if you wanted motorcycles as well?
Yes, we're gonna have that. So we're gonna have it later on. So
okay.
So we're gonna do try to different things, like we're gonna go for this create page, and we're gonna have like this brand and models. We're gonna have like drop downs, so we could select data from a list instead. And depending on the first list, if it's a Volvo, it will present only Volvo models and so on. So we will try to add like many different usage areas in the MVC what is useful for you. So we could have like more tables also. Do we have any more questions?
And is there any possibility to, in a search, if we can limit it with the time frame from this to this date, years?
Yes, it's possible. You could add as many things as you could have many inputs for the search if you want to. So that's no problem. We're not going to do it right now because we don't have any dates here or nothing like that. So, but it's possible to have many things. So you could have a search for many things at the same time. Because you also already have it like in this search method. This is searching for many things already now. So you could do your own combination of search with and LINQ is really helpful for that, especially when working with data. Do we have any more questions? Nothing. So we will extend this search in the afternoon with some JavaScript, so you could see where the usage of the JavaScript also is a part of MVC also. Okay, see you at 1 o'clock then.
See you. Bye.
Thanks. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, bye.